So we are going to be doing a Digimon Survive review. A lot of people have asked on Twitch my experience playing Digimon Survive and whether I would recommend it. Hi YouTube, welcome in. If you guys are like, oh, where are all these people and this chat coming from? Coming out with us on Twitch, we stream every single day. But yeah, basically, I've been playing Digimon Survive since the release date. We're in part 6. Currently, I don't want to spoil and say like it's like a very tragic game, but it's a very tragic game, like, to be honest. Like, it's cool because it's a visual novel and like you guys wouldn't like the story. So Digimon Survive. We're gonna talk about what I like about it, what I don't like about it, what I recommend. So, do I like it? What do I like? I love Digimon. I literally love Digimon. Like, I'm getting Terramon and Lopmon tattooed on me. Lopmon is in the game. Big hypers. Yeah, no spoilers. Dang, I don't want to spoil anything. Because Lopmon does play a pivotal role in the game, which is really dope. And I think it's one of the points that makes the game worth it, is how Lopmon is in the story. It's a visual novel. It is not an RPG. In RPG, there's like a lot more gameplay. It's like 70% story. I would even say like 80% story. Yeah, but it is a visual novel, so you're not going to be getting the traditional RPG gameplay. If you played any of the previous Digimon Digimon games, I heard the PlayStation 2, forget which game it is, that one is very similar. A lot of people that played that one enjoyed this. Well, it's like you're watching an anime, right? Because if it's a subbed anime. A lot of people complained there was no dub, and I was like, the story in the game isn't like, it's very niche. It's a very niche game. So if you love Digimon, buy this game, play this game. You want this game. If you're not a big Digimon fan, if you're like, I'm on the fence. Like, I've seen the anime as a kid, but you weren't like obsessed, like a diehard Digimon fan, and say Digimon's better, then obviously like, this is not the game for you. Like, you have to be a diehard Digimon fan, or else you will not enjoy the game. Why? Because there's some parts that are so slow that it feels like you're literally like scraping nails against a chalkboard. Like, you're just like, this is so annoying. Or, this is so tedious, and like, I don't like that the devs made this character or made this Digimon act this way or had this situation happen. Because also it's very dark. Digimon is very dark. If you guys remember as a kid, like Wizardmon died, Leomon died. There was a lot of death in Digimon. So like, it's kind of crazy when you think about it, because like a lot of people don't realize it's not like Pokemon. It's not going to be a cute story where every single Digimon holds hands and runs into a rainbow. Like, it's really freaking dark. Like, I've had people come to my stream and say I couldn't play it anymore because this event happened. And it kind of scarred me, and I couldn't get over that this happened. There's a new game plus, so if something goes wrong in your game, you are able to play it again. So that does add a lot of replayability. Also, it's a $60 game, right? $60, right? So that means every minute of this game, it's a 60-hour game. This is a 60-hour game, possibly longer. And I don't know how much that adds with the new game plus. Another thing too to think about, depending on what Digimon you do and like what you do in the game, because there are aspects where like the game is like, oh, do you like the color red or blue? And then, you know, that'll cause your Digimon to evolve differently, right? Which is cool because Digimon has a lot of variety in the way they digivolve, right? So that's really cool. That's a really cool aspect. They also de-digivolve. A lot of people didn't know that, but yeah, they do de-digivolve, and you can digivolve again, which is super dope. When you get past the 5th part, I want to say the battles do get better. The only problem is that takes around 20 hours if you're actually reading the story. Like, as a Twitch streamer, I've been reading the whole story to my chat. And it took us 20 hours. So be prepared. If you're actually going to read the story, it's probably 20 hours before you get to some good fights. But if you're over here like, oh, I just want to play the battles, I think it took me 2 hours of reading the story to see my first Digimon. And that wasn't even the Digimon I kept. So be prepared. Like, if you're not going to, if you're a spam A Andy, great. But do I recommend a visual novel for you? No. So maybe what I recommend is you watch people do YouTube videos of it to listen to it and watch it. It's really nostalgic. I would say it's really, really nostalgic. So if you're like, if you love playing things, like if you're really nostalgic for Digimon, or you want to get back into it because the Digimon TCG is coming out, or you just want to add it to your Digimon collection of things you own because you're a collector of things, recommend. Would you say it does justice for longtime fans? No. No. 8 different characters, right? So I'm not spoiling anything. This is ambiguous. Some of the characters, when you're introduced to them in the first half of the game, and no. The first 3 hours of the game, some of the characters are palatable. Like you're like, oh crap, I really like this character. Oh, this character's cool. This Digimon's cool. This, the way this character looks is awesome. I'm curious to know more. And then halfway through the game, they all have like a 2D personality. And it feels like every Digimon and every character is literally only speaking and only in the story because they have to be. Like they have no personality, they have no thought process. You basically don't like any of the characters, except for Saki, I would say. At like 6 hours into the game. Everybody else is annoying. Minoru was dope. And then they did some stuff with Minoru halfway, like at the 10-hour mark if you're spamming Andy, maybe 20-hour mark if you're not a spammy Andy. That I'm like, why would you do that? Like this was the character we liked. You know, like the character that you wrote really well through the whole game. And then towards that portion of the game, they just give him like a completely different personality. And that's the problem with this game. Like a lot of the characters, their personality literally becomes like, you don't even know who they are. You're just like, wait, what? Like, it's just confusing. It's like, there was no need. Like, honestly, you could have cut all of that and taken it out of the game and the game would have still been enjoyable. That's the type of stuff that like, it was hard for me sometimes to like pay attention to the game. Sometimes I'm just like, they wrote this character so bad. Like an example is Aoi. Like Aoi has no personality. I would say she's literally like a Sakura character. If you watch Naruto, Sakura, or she just kind of screams and is there because she's a woman. And like, I feel like Sakura has a better personality, low-key, but like Aoi is just like a cook and female. And Minoru's girlfriend, which is mentioned like one scene and never brought up again. So yeah, would I recommend this game? Yes, if you're a Digimon diehard fan, because again, you want to see what your Digimon evolve into, which is dope, but you can also just do that for free on Wikipedia. So, you know, if you're deciding on what game you're going to buy your kid, don't buy this game. If you're deciding on what game you're going to get your friend, don't buy him this one. If your friend is a diehard Digimon fan like me that would get a Digimon tattooed on them, and they collect Digimon TCG, or maybe they play the card game, buy them the game because they would enjoy it because they're a Digimon fan. And it's just a Digimon thing to own, right? Like, you just want it because you're a Digimon fan? Hell yeah. But, like, is it a game you're gonna, like, everybody can play? No. There's some reviews on it, and the reviews are horrible. They're not talking about why the game is bad. They're actually, like, it shows they haven't played the game. Like, there's parts in this story, by the way, that are so good that I'm so glad I played this game. Part 5. But there's parts that are literally like so painful to get through. And the characters are written poorly. And the graphics are beautiful. The nostalgia's there. I love seeing the Digimon. But again, like I'm only like 20 hours in, part 6. There's a new game plus. There's more to it. A lot of people have enjoyed watching it on my stream, so I would say a lot of people like it. People that play visual novels have said they love it. I've had people say this is their favorite game. The characters could have been written so much better, and like there are really good characters though, like Mew or whatever. I love her. She's great. I do like her brother as well. I also like Minoru, except for what they've been doing for part 6. Still don't know what they're doing. It makes me cringe really hard. There's a lot of really cringy parts that I'm just like, Jesus. Like, the story was so good. Why did you go this way? I don't know. If you play The Quarry, is that a visual novel as well? Isn't that just a turn-based RPG? I don't know. If you played The Quarry, this is better than The Quarry. $60 for 8 hours, right, for The Quarry? This is better than The Quarry. But The Quarry is not great. The Quarry is not great. And like, yeah, they want you to hate the characters. So it makes sense why they do this, but they make you hate the characters in ways that aren't like Western. I feel like Western culture just doesn't get it. Like, we're just like, what? Like I had options. I could be playing a different game. But yeah, that's I think gonna be my final review. Those are like my thoughts. I've been saying this over and over and over again for literally like the past since this game came out, so I can finally actually write a video for everybody that has frequently asked questions. If you have any questions, you're welcome to come into the Twitch stream. We'll still be streaming this. Or you can write them in the comments, and then I can answer those. there, because I think that would be a really great idea. I also want to do a tier list for the best characters in the game. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys decide on games you guys want. Have a great day. Thank you for subscribing and liking.